So there's a lot of things people can say about me, not all of them good, but I am a man of my word, even if it takes longer than I expected. I promised you guys an update on my use and how I liked the Mouth Armor Ultimate Oral Care Bundle. I may have said it would be a month. It may have been 4 months or maybe 5 or 6. Nonetheless, here we are. We're doing an update video of the Ultimate Oral Care Bundle by Mouth Armor. So what did I think? Well, here's one of the reasons why this update video has been pushed a bit. I wanted to see how long the battery lasted on both of these. Now, I think I put in the original video. If not, well, it's here now. Oh, and obviously, if you want to check out the original video, it's available right here. But I think I put in the original video that one of the problems I have with most of the mechanical electric toothbrushes is the battery, because it always seems to run out like on a Monday or a Tuesday, and then you tell yourself like, I should get batteries for that. And you do, like the next Saturday. And if you forget that next weekend, then it ends up being 2 weeks where you have like a really expensive, kind of fancy, normal toothbrush. The thing I loved about the Mouth Armor box was it plugs in. So it's not dependent on batteries. I don't have to worry about finding AA's or AAA's or whatever strange battery type that a toothbrush may have. More importantly, I was looking for something that lasted a long time. And one of the billings of Mouth Armor on their website was that the battery would last a long time. Now, I want to caveat what I'm about to say with, let's just say, my warning. I do not use a toothbrush the way that a lot of people might, the way that you might, so you may have different results. Results may vary. But for me, I brush my teeth 1 time a day. I know that it is recommended that you brush your teeth twice a day. I did this for a period of my life, and the dentist, who I'd had a long time, most of my life in fact, told me after this period of brushing my teeth twice a day, you're brushing too hard, you need to stop. So instead of changing the way I brushed, I went back to brushing once a day, and at my next 6-month checkup, he said, great job on not brushing so hard. So I don't think that it's how I brush, I think it's that I brush too much. So for me, I brush once a day. Mouthwash twice, yes, before bed, always do that, but I don't brush my teeth. So when I talk about the battery, which is how we're gonna lead off, keep in mind that I use it probably half as much as other people might use it, you may use it. So that being said, the thing I was hopeful for is that Mouth Armor bills that the battery will last an entire month. That was a bit of an understatement. I delayed the video to make sure I could have the entire battery done for both the water pick and the toothbrush, both of which are pictured here on this fantastic box. And it took longer than I expected. It lasted 1 month and then 2 months. I traveled with it in its fancy travel case. I came back, and then it was the new year, and then it was February, and I still had not killed the battery in this thing. It took a full 90 days, actually a little more than that, about 95 days, until I needed to recharge the battery on the toothbrush itself. It was super easy to recharge. The hardest part about recharging the toothbrush was remembering what I did with the charger, because it had been so long since I used it in its initial charge. Now, keeping in mind, I mentioned this in the first video, it takes 24 hours to charge both of these devices. So 24 hours for the toothbrush, 24 hours for the water pick. It's a lot of time investment, but it lasted 95 days on a single charge. And much to the promise of Mouth Armor, I got a flashing green light when it was starting to go dead. I got a flashing yellow light when it was getting in the warning zone. I got a flashing red light on the very last day, and then I used it until it died in the midst of a brushing. So I got as much out of it as I possibly could. 95 days was the result. That is exactly what I was looking for. As to the water pick, it actually lasted over 4 months. 130 days, actually a little more than that, because I realized I lost track. And no, it was more than 130, somewhere along that line. 130 days on a single 24-hour charge. Again, a lot of time investment up front, but it lasts a long time. So that solved the major problem that I had, which was the reliability. I didn't want to search for batteries. I wanted something that was more reliable, that was at least as good as a regular toothbrush. So I guess that begs the question, is it as good as a regular toothbrush? Well, let's just say I haven't used a regular plastic toothbrush regularly in a very long time. I've been using mechanical electric toothbrushes probably for the last 15 or 20 years. I've used 4 or 5 or 6 different brands and types. My most recent one, I believe I mentioned in that first video, was an Oral-B. This is equivalent to, if not better than, that Oral-B toothbrush. I have used 2 of the brush heads at this point. I'm on the second one, about to switch into the third one. They last just as long as your regular toothbrush heads, if not a little longer. One of the other billings about this is they use bamboo in the toothbrush head rather than nylon or a plastic synthetic. And I find that I like it a lot better. I think my gum health is better because it's not using a synthetic, it's something more natural. And you know, I feel better about it, honestly. That's one of the things it comes down to. I have been focusing for the last year or so about getting my carbon footprint down as low as possible. I'm as near zero as a human can possibly be, I think, without living in the woods and digging a latrine, and I'm not willing to go that far, I'm sorry. But using bamboo instead of plastic in a toothbrush is just one more little small step, and I can tell you that I actually like it a lot better. The brush heads are super easy to reorder. You just go to the same website at Mouth Armor. You can get toothbrush heads as you can get replacement heads for the water pick. So looking at the water pick, here's another thing I learned during this experiment. I am not 100% sure that anyone actually knows how to use a water pick, because I went to YouTube and I looked up probably 10 videos, and all 10 of them walked through like, here's what you do. And all of them were different. So what I'm going to tell you is, this is not a video about advice to use a water pick. I'm just going to tell you, do whatever you think. Do whatever feels right. Get between the teeth. It's a floss. You use it instead of floss. So I saw a video where a guy was basically like sandblasting the front of his teeth with a water pick, and I was like, that's not right. That can't be right. And I was worried about putting it on high and damaging my teeth accidentally. So I'll tell you, I used it on the low setting for probably the first 2 months or so. That could also be why it lasted more than 130 days, keeping it on the low setting. But after the first 2 months, I switched it up to the high setting. Still last the full 2 minutes of flossing, the flossing period. I have seen a big turnaround in my gum health, I think. People certainly get, sometimes you get like a little sore gums or you get a little blood when you're brushing your toothbrush. Disgusting, I know, but it happens, right? And I haven't had that happen in the last 3 months. So that tells me I must be doing something right. And I really put all of the thanks, all of the credit for that to this new toothbrush and this toothbrushing system. Now, if you remember from the original video, it also came with floss and with tooth whitening tabs. I have not used the floss yet. I'm gonna admit that up front. It's also bamboo. I also keep telling myself, I'm gonna take a week, I'm gonna use it. The water pick is so convenient. I just have not found an opportunity to do it. I have worked all the way through the pandemic. I'm working 50, 60, 70 hour weeks. And there's just something about the ease of being able to take 2 minutes, fill the tank, bam, you hit it and you're gone. I don't have to worry about finding the container, winding it out, going in between. It's not that much time, but in my mind, it means I can sleep just a few extra minutes. Instead of flossing, I can use the water pick. So at some point, I will try the floss. It's just not gonna be for this video. I also haven't tried the tooth whitening strips. I think that is also for the same reason. I've been working insane hours during this. My understanding, after reading the instructions and going to the website and getting more information, that one of the keys, they say, is about doing it at the same time. You want to do it at the same time in the morning and the afternoon, 7 consecutive days. I do not have a schedule that is really conducive to doing that. So I need to find a period where I can do that, and maybe I can use that same week to do the floss and the whitening strips and do an update video on those two. But that's not going to be this video. So for now, if you are looking for a replacement toothbrush, something that is a little more expensive than the Oral-B you're going to buy at Walmart or Target, but that meets certain expectations, like not having to recharge it, like being gentler on your gums and your teeth while still making them healthier and cleaner. The settings, it has like 4 different settings. I've tried them all. I don't know if there's any difference between them. I certainly couldn't tell. You could feel that they're different. I don't know that they're cleaning any different, but it is everything that I could ask for in a toothbrush, which isn't that much. But it also makes up for all the deficiencies in toothbrushes that you may have otherwise. So battery lasts a long time. Maybe not as long for you as it did for me, but I am super stoked with it. Again, I mentioned that I traveled with it. It did come with a travel kit. It worked out super well in my carry-on. I don't like to take a check bag. So this little case, if you remember, It fit exactly right in the corner of my carry-on bag. I was able to take the toothbrush with me with an extra brush head. I even took the charger with me, even though it turns out I didn't need it. Obviously, that trip was kind of at the beginning of my use. So this entire kit has basically changed the way that my morning routine has gone, and I feel better about it. I don't know if it looks any different, but it certainly has made me feel different. And really, that's kind of the point of a toothbrush. So, highly recommend the Mouth Armor Ultimate Oral Care Bundle. Comes with the travel case. That's going to be key. Comes with the water pick. Again, this has replaced floss in my life. And it comes with the longest battery life toothbrush I can ever imagine, as well as some brush heads that will definitely change your life. So check out the Mouth Armor Ultimate Care or Oral Care Bundle. I'll put the link once again in the show notes. Again, not sponsored. I paid full price for this product. And after that, I think I definitely got my money's worth. And really, that's what these videos are about. I get to spend money. I get to waste money on products, some of which are worthwhile, some of which are not. This is absolutely worthwhile. So check it out. And if you buy it, if you experience it, let me know your thoughts. If you disagree with me especially, let me know why down in the comments below. I'm looking forward to having an exchange with you about this and all the products that I talk about here. So until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll see you at the next video.